Hi, I'm Kelly from Using Technology Better, and welcome to the Canva Education Update for February 2024. Now, if you are a new user to Canva or whether you are a seasoned pro, here are 5 new tools that you may or may not know about and how they can enhance your Canva experience in your classroom. So the first tool that I'm going to look at is called GrabText. This is an amazing tool that actually is able to define what is text inside an image and make them text boxes so that you can actually edit them. Great for pictures of your kids' work, for pictures of a poster that you might want to have to edit, but you can't remember where you actually put the original file. Anything like that, a screen grab. So today I'm going to use a screen grab. So this is just a screen grab from the Canva homepage. All I'm going to do is click up to edit photo, and there's a few ways that I can edit it, but I'm going to use this GrabText tool. What it's going to do is it's going to do its magic. It's going to take out any text and replace it with a text box that's editable. So now anywhere that there was text, this is now a text box with editable text. So now I can actually change it to what will you create today. Amazing if you have changed the wording inside your classrooms to things, because we all know that language inside education changes on a regular basis. There's always some new hot word that they're using. So now you can actually change stuff really, really easily with this new GrabText app. The second one is called Blurbrush, another amazing one for our classrooms where we want something to be the focal point, but there's too much going on in the photo that I took and I kind of want to blur it out. Whether you're putting stuff onto your school's social media page or whether you are just wanting it for instructions inside your classroom, Blurbrush is the tool you want. So I'm just going to click on the photo that I've popped in there. I'm going to click on edit the photo again. Just going to come down to blur. Now inside blur I could use the brush or I could actually have the whole image blurred out. I don't want the whole image because I would like the birthday girl in the middle to be the focal point of this photo. Now my brush size, if I hover over I can see how big that brush size is. It's going to take me a long time to blur out the rest of these children, so I'm actually going to increase it to quite big. Now the intensity, this is how blurry you want it to be. So I'm just going to bring the intensity down because 25% is quite a lot. I'm going to go 5 and we can have a look to see what it's like. Now all I do is I colour in all of the stuff I would like to be blurry in this image. So I'm just going to colour all these children that are not the birthday girl. And the stuff at the front's blurry already, so I'm not going to worry about that. And try not to get her crown. There we go. And now everything but her is slightly blurry. Now if I made the intensity bigger, you'll notice it gets super, super blurry. So depending on how blurry you want it will depend on what you're doing. Now, you would have noticed I accidentally did her arm. So I would like to bring the brush down just so it's kind of the same size as her arm. And now I'm going to hit remove. So it's going to take the intensity to 100%. So it's going to be as clear as the picture would have been. And now I've got her arm in there as well. And it's just made it a little bit more so that her whole body is clear. So whether you're using this for individual photos of students to blur out the other children that maybe might not have photo permissions for social media, or whether it's to make it a focal point for the image, the ways that you can use this are endless. Now, the third tool is one I hope that you have found. If you haven't found this one yet, this one is amazing. It's called the AI Image Generator. And there's a few different ways you can use this in the classroom. So if you go to Elements, scroll down, you'll get to the AI Image Generator. There's a couple of examples down here, but I'm going to generate my own. Now, I would like a picture for maybe for my newsletter that's going home around the importance of having a device at school. So I'm going to have a student, I'm just going to copy and paste this little thing that I wrote earlier. So I want a student sitting at a desk with their head in their hands. The desk is super messy with lots of papers and pens all over it because I want to really think about the fact that we've got all the stuff that could be all on one device. So I could choose a style that I want it to be in. So if you want to anime or watercolor, if you want it to look like a photo, depending on how you want it, and what the aspect ratio is. Do you want it square, landscape, or portrait, depending on the space of where you're going to put it. I'm just going to leave that. I'm just going to hit generate image. Now it's going to take a little bit of time to create these, but it's going to give you 4 different designs of the prompt that you've given it. So look, I've got a photo, a couple of photo looking ones. Is it going to give us any ones that are cartoony? All right. So if I really like one of these, I'm going to pop this one in. There we go. Otherwise, it might be that I have to generate again. It might be not working and I have to do it. And another amazing way to use this AI generator is to get your students to use it and get them to describe or pop in a piece of their writing that describes a setting or a character and get them to see what pops out. If it's completely different to what they have in their minds, it means that the description that they're trying to give is not clear enough for the computer to understand. So they need to be a lot more descriptive and a lot more clear with their bit of writing. So it's a really good way to test the descriptions of their writing to see whether someone or a computer can actually pick up what they're trying to represent. A really cool way for them to add a picture to their writing as well, really quick and easily. The next app, so app number 4, is called Sketch to Life. And this is an app that's very similar to the AI image generator, but we can give it a few little parameters by using our own drawing. So if I go into the apps right down the bottom, it's going to be one of these extra Canva apps. Now I've got it here in my apps because I've used it before. If you've never used it before, just click and search for it. Sketch to Life is what it's called. And it's this little apple that looks like it's half drawn. And what you're going to do is as soon as you use it, it'll end up being part of your apps. Now, I am going to see if I can get this to give me a lake with mountains in the background with the aurora borealis in the night sky reflecting into the lake. Right, so I would like to draw, this is where my lake is going to be, and I would like some mountains up the top here. And you can make it so that your mountains actually look like the mountains around your area by giving it the right shapes at the top there. Now, and I scroll down, I'm just going to hit generate. Every time I do this, it could be the exact same prompt, a very similar image. It gives me something completely different. So I have no idea till it spits out what it's going to give me. Once it's decided what it's going to look like, it's then going to drop it straight into the page for me. So something to note on that is to get the students to write out their prompt onto another app so that they can copy and paste it several times if it's not quite what they like. Okay, so it's not quite what I wanted, so I'm going to give it a go again. I'm going to paste in my prompt. I'm going to draw my lake and draw my mountains. Let it redo it. So this is what I'm talking about, by making sure that you have got, maybe I need to be a little bit clearer with, so maybe a lake surrounded by snow. Now we can draw it. Lake in the middle and my mountains at the top here. So it's making sure if your students are using this that they're being really descriptive and really clear with what they're doing. Oh, now we've just got snowy mountains. Sometimes it's gold, sometimes it needs a little bit of work. Right, the next one is the Enhancer app. Now this is really good for making your photos bigger. So you might have a few photos that are taken with very low resolution. So you might have some older cameras that you're taking photos on and they are making them seem quite blurry, and you want to create images that are bigger for bigger projects. This app here will help to expand the size of your photo and fill in the gaps with the enhancement of whatever it is that they're trying to expand, whether it be a face, a animal, a bit of landscape, whatever it is. So this one is another app. So you'll have to search for it if you don't have it already. And all I do is I choose a file. Could be something I've got. Let's choose one of these bunny ones. Now, a bunny doesn't have a human face, but if you had a human face in here, you can click the Enhance Face button and it will make sure that the faces that it finds inside the photos, it's going to enhance them and make them really crisp and clear to be able to see. Now, I've tried this before, it doesn't work with animals, so there's no need for me to click Enhance Face, it'll just make it take longer. When I hit Enhance Image, it will take a little while to upscale my image to make it bigger for me. Right, so now I've got my upscaled image, which it's managed to do it by 180%. It does say that it can do it up to 1,000% depending on the size of your image. This was taken with my iPhone, so it was pretty big already. So I've got the new enhanced image and the original image down the bottom here as well. So I'm just going to click, and now I'm able to make this nice and massive without him getting too blurry on my page. So yeah, there you go. I can make him huge and he's still quite crisp looking. So once again, really good for those older devices that you have got in the classroom that you actually kind of don't want to use because they only make images real small. You can now use them and use the Enhancer app to make them bigger. This has been your Canva education update for February 2024. I hope that this helps to enhance the usage of your Canva app and give you a few new tools to play with. Thanks for watching, everyone.